I'm Rinjini, one of the OET aspirants from EduSkills International, and thank you for inviting me to join the today's discussion. Today we are discussing the part A.
I will explain the 1 to 5 questions. Reading part A contains mainly four texts. That is A to D is one theme, thematically linked. Then we have to finish 20 questions in 15 minutes. In that further strategy, at least we have to finish the reading part A in 10 minutes or else 12 minutes. Our greatest challenge is time. So this is the greatest enemy also. Then we have to do a expedition reading or fast reading task. This is in the reading part A. Today our topic is the use of feeding tubes in pediatrics. In that we have four texts. Text A is heading is uses and issues. While see the heading and subheadings, if heading is not there, we can create a heading with the topic sentence. So in the text A, we can see that pediatric nasogastric tube use, and in that subheadings issues. So we can put a heading like uses and issues. Then next text B. Text B is types and insertion. In that inserting the nasogastric tube, wide bore tube and fine bore tube. So we can give the heading like types of insertion. Then next text C. Text C is about the post insertion aspiration. There are steps in that, so we can keep it heading as post insertion in aspiration. Then text D. Text D is about administering feeds. So in that we can read that administering feeds, fluids via feeding tube like that. They are mentioned about the administering feeds. So we can keep these four headings A, B, C, D. It has a thematic link. What is the heading? What are the headings? A is uses and issues. B is types and insertion. C is post insertion. D is administering feeds. So like that we have to create a heading and we have to note that A, B, C, D. So with that we have to answer the 1 to 5 questions. So here each questions 1 to 7 decide which text the information comes from, which text. You may use any letter more than once. So we have to identify the text. The question where is from which text. So this is very helpful. As per father strategy, we have to spend only 2 minutes for the expeditious reading. Only we have to look for headings, subheadings. So with that, we have to understand the link between the text. What are the each text? We have to understand each text contains of what. With that, we have to answer the 1 to 7 questions because that is only matching the text. So first question we have to go the risk of feeding a child via a gastric tube. So what is in this first question? Risk. Risk where we can see risk. What are the risks in feeding a child via gastric tube? It is in the A. A text A. Issue risk means issues. So which heading we have given issues and uses in the text A. So we can you choose the A option. Risk means that they're synonymous. Risk are issues. So the words are same. So synonymous used in that question. So next question, calculating the length of tube that will be required for a patient. So calculating where we have seen the calculating the length of the tube in the text B. Here in the text B, they have given we have to measure the tube. No, like that they have given. So here the last line measure from the tip of the nose to the bottom of the earlobe. Like that, they mention about the how to measure the nasogastric tube. So this is from text B. Like that, we have to just match the heading. Next, third question: when alternative forms of feeding may be more appropriate than nasogastric. Immediately, we can know where is from is from text A. What is the alternative forms of feeding? That means uses. So here also they have used the synonyms, alternative forms. Then fourth question, who to consult over a patient's liquid food requirements. here where we can see who to consult. So we have seen this in the text D. Then who to consult and liquid. So here administering feeds, fluids via feeding tube. Then refer they have mentioned here. Feeds are ordered through a referral to a dietitian. So who to consult? Dietitian to be consulted. So the answer is text D. The next question, fifth question, the outward appearance of the tubes. So they are asking about the appearance of the tube. It's from the where we have seen out the tube about the tube. It's in the text B. So immediately we can come to the text B. They have sent the wide bore, fine bore. These are the outward appearance. So they are mentioned about the tube. So this is the answer. So we have to match it. So 1 to 5 questions I have matched.
Question 6. Knowing when it is safe to go ahead with the use of a tube for feeding. Here, hedging word is when it is safe use, and tube for feeding. Here we have to check whether we can give the feeding or we can proceed to feed or not, like that. In the text C, they gave in the aspiration in the down portion, they gave proceed to feed and do not feed. So when we have to check when it is safe or not. So the answer is text C. Question 7. How regularly different kind of tubes need replacing? Here keyword is different kinds and replacing. Already Valli explained that types in the text B. In that they are telling the wide bore and fine bore. Two types are they are explaining. In that they gave the white bore should be changed every 7 days and fine bore should be changed every 30 days. That is the changed is synonymous of replacing. So answer is text B. Then next question. What type of tube should you use for patients who need nasogastric feeding for an extended period? Here also the keyword is type of tube and extended period. Here we can go to the types. Text B. In that they gave that fine bore for long term use. That long term is synonymous of extended period. So answer is text B, in that long term use. That fine bore is the answer for question number 8. Next question. What should you apply to a feeding tube to make it easier to insertion? Here keyword is what should you apply, then to make it easier to insertion. Hedging word is that insertion, make it easier to insertion. So we have to see the insertion procedure. That is in text B. They are telling about insertion, how we can do the insertion, and every instruction is there only. So here lubricate the end of the tube using a water-based lubricant. To make easier to insert this, paraphrased here, lubricate the end of the tube using a water-based lubricant. So the answer is water-based lubricant. We can apply that water-based lubricant. Then 10th question, what should you use to keep the tube in place temporarily? Here we have to see. Here also that procedure only they are telling. After putting the insertion, what we have to put that for temporarily. We have to put something for temporarily. In the last line, lightly secure the tube with tape until the position has been checked. Here tape is the answer. That place temporarily is paraphrased here. Position until checking the position, they have to temporarily apply something. So tape they have to apply. Position has been checked means that is synonymous of placed temporarily. That answer is tape.
Okay, and I will explain the question 11 to 15. Our previous aspirants already told the text A, uses and issues, the B, including types and insertion, the C, mention the post as insertion or aspiration, and the last text D, told administering feed. Till 11, what equipment should you use initially to aspirate a feeding tube? The hedging words in the question is an aspirate and what equipment. So the answer is coming from the text C. The what equipment. So the syringe is the answer. Then 12th one, If initial aspiration of the feeding tube is unsuccessful, how long should you wait before trying again? Is the hedging words is an aspiration and how long? So how long denote the time expression. So the answer must be a time. The answer is the 15 to 30 minutes. The answer is coming from the text C. The next one, the how should you position a patient during a second attempt to obtain a aspirate? If the answer is coming from the text C, the answer is the on to left side. And the 14th, if aspirate exceeds pH 5.5, where should you take the patient to confirm the position of the tube? The keywords are the aspirate and the pH is the 5.5. So the answer is coming from the text C. The answer is an X-ray. The 15th, what device allows for the delivery of feed via the small bowel? So the hedging words are what device and the delivery of the feed. And this is mentioned in the paragraph D. So the answer is the feeding pump. And thank you.
Thank you, Ranjani. You have clearly explained about 11 to 15 questions with the using of hedging words, how to find the answer. Thank you. Next, 16 to 20 questions this will be discussed by Jyoti. Jyoti, please.
Thank you, Valli, and all the admin panel for giving me this opportunity. Here, first, what we have to do, we have to name the paragraphs, as all my colleagues have told already. That A is users and issues, B is types and insertion, C is post insertion and aspiration, D is administering feeds. And this we have to do initially as a beginner. It is necessary to name the paragraph. If the name is not there, you have to read the first sentence and you have to give a name to each paragraph. So this will help us to locate the answers. So next, if you see, you have to, what you have to do is, you have to, each question, you have to name the paragraph, like 16 belongs to which paragraph? Paragraph types and insertion. And 17 belongs to which paragraph? A paragraph goes to users and issues. So as a beginner, we have to locate the paragraph and write in front of each questions. So this will help us initially to locate the answers. To get accustomed to the questions, this is very necessary for each one of us to write the paragraph in front of each questions as a beginners. Next slide, please. Yeah. So I have named each questions. In front of that, I have given the paragraph name. So 16 belongs to B, 17 goes to A, 18 is B, 19 is B, and 20 is D. So let us see the first question. That is 16th one. If the feeding tube isn't straight, when you unwrap it, you should dash it. So here the keywords are feeding tube, and when you unwrap it means when you remove from the cover, what is your role? So it is in the text B. If you can see here in the text B, go to 16 line. Yeah, check the tube uh, and intact, then stretch it to remove any shape retained from being unpacked. That means what? It is a paraphrasing of straight. When you unwrap it, what you should do? You have to do stretching. Then only it will become straight, isn't it? So what is our answer? We have to write stretch. So rest everything is given. You have to write it as stretch, and kindly note the spelling and just copy and paste in your answers. So let's go to the next question, that is 17th one. Patients are more likely to experience dash if they need 10 if they need long term feeding via a tube. So this question is from text A. Next, yeah. So if you can see here, the text is A. In that they have given, where is it given? Issues. Issues means what? Problems. So they, in the 17th question, they are asking what from us? The patients are more likely to experience dash if they need long-term feeding via tube. So here you have to go to the issues here because they are asking about a particular issue. So which point tells us that? 1, 2, 3, 4th, 5th line, if you see, increased risk of gastroesophageal reflux with prolonged use. Prolonged use is paraphrase of what? Long term feeding, isn't it? So this is a paraphrasing for prolonged use. And we have to write gastro hyphen esophageal reflex. If you leave the hyphen, they might reduce your, they may give you wrong. So that's why be careful about the hyphens always. So this will be the answer from text A. So we'll go to the next one. 18. If you need to give the patient a standard liquid feed, the tube to use is dash in size. So our keywords are standard liquid feed, then size of the tube. They're asking here size of the tube. So we have to go directly to paragraph B, which tells us about the types and insertion. So if you see here, 18th answer is here in the should change for the after that. In general, the tube size of 6 French are used for standard feeds. They are asking us about the standard feeds, so be careful while selecting the answer. There are two types: standard feeds and 7 to 10 French for higher density. So kindly make sure you select the correct answer. When they are asking for standard feeds, we are supposed to use 6 French. But if they had given us high density, then we are supposed to select the 7 to 10 French. So here our answer should be 6 French because they are asking us about the standard liquid. I hope I'm clear. Any doubt? Am I too fast?
No,
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So let's go to the next question. That is 19th one. You must take out the feeding tube at once if the patient is coughing badly or experiencing dash. So this goes directly to uh, which text B again, isn't it? Because they're asking us types and insertions. So we have to go here. There is issues right here. No, issues is from text A. So here they're asking us about the types and insertion. While inserting, what will happen? The patient might have breathlessness. So we have to be careful. So we have to go to text B again. So the 19th answer is, it's written here, if the child shows signs of dash or severe coughing, remove the tube immediately. So this is a paraphrasing of you must take out the feeding tube at once. Means severe coughing, remove the tube immediately is the paraphrasing of that sentence, isn't it? And our answer should be breathlessness, because if the child shows signs of breathlessness or severe coughing. So coughing, they have coughing badly means severe coughing. Paraphrasing again. So coughing they have already given. So our answer should be only breathlessness. Kindly make sure you have written the correct spelling. So let's go to the next one. Last one, 20th. Here, if a child is receiving dash via a feeding tube, you should replace the feed bottle after 4 hours. So our heading here is administering feeds. So we have to go directly to text D. Here they have given here, if you can see here, feed bottles must be changed every 6 hours or every 4 hours for dash, that is expressed breast milk. So our answer is expressed breast milk. So this, again we have to check the spellings and which text it belongs to. So it belongs to text D. So we got the answer in text D. If you can see here, it is underlined in green. So that is our answer.